Good morning, everyone. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, but due to the subject, I couldn't let it wait. I had to check it out because I'm just curious. There's a lot. We're gonna we're gonna give a shout out to Paul Begley here. What? What? There's Bible verses missing? What? Are you serious? Are you serious? All right, time to calm it down. But I did want to check something out because I've seen a viral short video going around about Matthew 17:21. And I had to break out all my Bibles to look it up, figure out what's going on, why everybody's freaking out. And this is what I come across. And just so I'll let you know, this is why you need to join up with the church, get together with a Bible study, because when these questions arise, it'll really help you out. Us old people, we do know a few things. A few things. We've been around a little bit longer than a lot of you. We know some stuff. We drink and we know things. And I gotta get me a drink of water. Okay, so the verse in question, I'm gonna switch the camera around. The verse in question is Matthew 17, verse 21. And I've got 20 through 22, just so you can get a clear indication of what's going on here. So Jesus said to them, "Because of your unbelief, for assuredly I say to you, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you." The missing verse, this is the New King James Version. However, this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting. So Matthew 17:21 is the verse in question. And I did me some research, got out all of my, no, not all of my Bibles, but I got out a variety of them, and I wanted to show you what's going on. All right. The first Bible is the Jack Van Impe Prophecy Bible. This one is basically a remake of the King James Version, the New King James Version. And it says pretty much the same thing. Instead of the King James Version starts out with however. This verse starts out with howbeit. Howbeit this kind goes not out, but by prayer and fasting. So that's pretty much the same there. The next book, New International Version. And this here is probably where a lot of people get confused. The copyright was 1973 and also reprinted in 1978. So it does go back that far. New International Version, 20. Okay, this is one that it skips. He replied, verse 20, he replied, "Because you have so little faith, I tell you the truth. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." Then it skips to verse 22. You will find this common in the New International Versions. I have the Gideon Bible. This one is based after the King James Bible. Its copyright is 1969. And this has the verse, howbeit this kind goeth not out, but by prayer and fasting. This one, King James Version, I don't have the copyright for this one. This is my old Bible, but it is, I guarantee you, at least 45 years old. I've had it since I was young. This one has verse 21 in it. Howbeit, this kind goes out not, but by prayer and fasting. Now, this is why I was always told, get the King James Version or the New King James Version, because those are a lot of the other interpretations. It's not that they're deliberately, I can't say they're deliberately leaving it out, but they try to make it understandable, and because of that, things do tend to get left out from time to time. This one here, the Precious Promise Edition, Holy Bible, King James Version. Copyright 1993. It has verse 21, howbeit this kind goeth out not, but by prayer and fasting. Then I have one other Bible here that I always found interesting, and I love this Bible. It's the Layman's Parallel Bible. It includes, the copyright is 1973. We have the modern language. It has 3 different Bibles side by side so you can compare them. But we have the modern language, the Living Bible, and the Revised Standard. So, the modern language, it appears that verse is left out. Then he forbade the disciples to say to anyone, he is the Christ. And then 21, from then on, Jesus began to show his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer much from the elders, priests, scribes, and be killed and raised on the 3rd day. So modern language completely leaves out that verse, although they have verse 21 in here. It doesn't match up with the King James Version. The Living Bible, we have about the same thing. It has verse 21, but it doesn't have the verse, this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting. That's not what it says. Verse 21 here says, from then on, Jesus began to speak plainly to his disciples about going to Jerusalem. So the Living Bible skips that verse as well. Revised Standard. Also skips that verse too, but you're not going to find the standard, this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting. That's not what it says for verse 21 on this one as well. And then we have, let's see, and then there is the King James. Let's see here. King James. Okay. King James Version. Try to get this where you can see it. This includes the actual verse 21. You can find it consistently if you look in the King James Version. And as I said, this is why I was always told, stick with the King. Whatever interpretation you use, I find it's helpful, I think, to have multiple versions, not just one type of Bible. You're going to get different interpretations. So that is the reason why you are not finding that verse. And I hope this helps. Please find a study group or join a church. So in the future, you don't have to make viral videos on TikTok for this. You can just figure it out on your own. Google doesn't tell you everything. Have a blessed day.